Hey everyone, it's Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep, and it's time again for another weekly roundup. That's right, this is the time of the week where I bring you in, show you all the statues, figures, and collectibles that I highlighted on the channel over the previous weeks using things like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, and photo galleries. Now, this week, as you can see by the massively full table, we had a very, very big segment for you guys. And it's because this is not just 1 week, it is 2 weeks worth of short form content. And the reason for that is because I did get a little bit bogged down with real life stuff. Those of you who don't know, I did have a birthday recently. So this old man got another year older. And so content creation kind of took a little bit of a backseat over the past 2 weeks while I was seeing friends, seeing family, doing stuff, and just having fun times with everybody. Now, I had a lot of really, really awesome stuff over the past 2 weeks. One was a theme week and one was a birthday week. So I'm going to start things off with my birthday week, which was a very small week for content. So I started it off with a super adorable birthday themed Hatsune Miku prize figure, and I still to this day adore this Miku as far as the prize figures go. My only gripe with her is that her foot peg, where she goes into her little base piece, does make it a little wobbly occasionally. You have to really get the base peg snapped down in there perfectly and get that knee support kind of wedged up under her very, very tightly. Otherwise, she does have a chance of falling. And this is an absolutely beautiful one. You do not want to get this one damaged, guys. I think she is so freaking cute. Little cat ear headphones she's got on. All the colors, the way her hair goes from the blue to the pink with the transparent kind of PVC. Absolutely adorable. The bubbly happy birthday letters around the base. Just a super, super cute Miku. The pose is fantastic. Again, the costume looks great. The sculpt is really good. And she still, again, as I said, is probably one of my top Miku prize figures still to this day. Now, another one for birthday week was a Twin Tuesday themed one for ReZero. Of course, I went with the amazing Remen Ram Happy Birthday Ichiban Kuji figure. Now, this was a great one because not only did you get both the girls, but they both went on to a connected base together. Little heart shape, says happy birthday on it. They're holding these super adorable little plushies of each other. I absolutely love this one. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. And I know Kuji figures do vary in size from line to line, but this one is very much on the smaller side for Kuji figures. Now, the only saving grace again is A, they're in their classic maid costumes, and B, you get two of them together. So I did do an unboxing for this. I think it was last year for my birthday week, and fell in love with it right away. From their facial expressions to just every little detail with the little plushies. I like the simple base. It has the little happy birthday kind of notes to it. Even on a plain base, just giving it that little bit of a detail adds a little bit more to it. They could have done something a little bit fancier with the base. I would have really liked that, seeing as how it was a Kuji figure and they are higher end than your typical prize figure. But all in all, it is a very, very solid piece. And if you are a ReZero fan, this is one that I definitely recommend. So definitely check this one out if you haven't already. And I didn't really have specific themes in mind again for birthday week. It was just kind of picking figures that I really, really like and going with it. And I went with a big one this week as well that did not perform as well as I thought. This, of course, big, huge piece here is a beautiful J. Scott Campbell, Spider-Man and Mary Jane by Sideshow Collectibles. Now, I unboxed this one probably 2 years ago now, and it was a very, very popular unboxing that I did. Strangely enough, over on TikTok, this piece got not one, but two violation tags for violence and adult content. And now I know I don't get warnings on my YouTube shorts, but it is very strange that out of everything here today, this piece is the only one that got zero reach on YouTube as well as TikTok. I got a warning for it twice on TikTok and finally got them to release the video after 3 days of fighting with them. But by then, it's already shot out of the algorithm. YouTube, it's only hovering at around 20 views now, 2 weeks later, where my unboxing for this had over 1,000. So it's very, very strange to me. And I know you guys say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but every time a figure or a statue gets hit on TikTok, that same one underperforms on YouTube. So there's some kind of correlation there. Maybe their algorithms are very similar. But this is an absolutely incredible piece, you guys. And it's a shame that it got flagged for adult content and violence. It's literally Spider-Man hugging Mary Jane. And for any algorithm or human being to think that this is showing violence or sexual content is absolutely asinine. I even took it down and tried to re-upload it. Same messages. So if this is your first time seeing this one, guys, and you do want to see more of it, check out the unboxing I did here on the channel. I absolutely love this statue. Some people complain about Peter Parker's face, but it looks pretty damn impressive when you see it up close and personal. The heavy little couch they're sitting on, the little exclusive tiger plushie, all of it just pops so well together, and it looks amazing up here where you guys can't see with all my other J. Scott Campbell Spider-Man stuff and his fairy tale fantasy stuff, which I will be showing off more of as well. So I highly, highly recommend this one if you can get your hands on it. And again, if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, check out my short and check out my unboxing video. And to segue into the following week, which was going to be a themed week, I decided with all the Avengers announcements we had going on, I'd throw out a little piece from Iron Studios from their X-Men Sentinel diorama line. Of course, this guy needs no introduction. He's already made a name for himself. It is the Raging Cajun Gambit. Now, this is again part of the Sentinel Battle diorama series that Iron Studios is now done with, and they've moved on to their Avengers line. But this thing is absolutely incredible, and he is a harder one to get your hands on. But the amount of detail in these, I say it all the time, they are absolutely incredible for the size of these pieces. Only problem with the stuff nowadays is they've about doubled in price. And that's just from retail. So dipping your toes into the older 1/10 stuff, I do recommend. But be very particular what you pick and choose when it comes to the newer stuff, because you're unfortunately going to pay what you're going to pay for scalper prices for the older pieces. So definitely recommend the Gambit, though, to everybody, because he is absolutely incredible and one of my favorite Gambit pieces to date. And that was it for my birthday week, guys. I didn't really do a lot, but I had some incredible pieces for you guys. And with that being said, I'm going to lead us into last week's stuff. And the theme of the week was Avengers Assemble. So, as you guys probably know, a lot of these are from the Iron Studios lines because I've always been a huge fan of their pieces. Not so much a fan of their pre-order policies, but that's for another video. I started off the week with, well, the man who started the MCU and the man who's either going to save it or end the MCU. Tony Stark himself, the invincible Iron Man. Now, this was a convention exclusive piece of the scene from Iron Man 1, where it's Stark with his Mark I, kind of in like the desert or the cave looking by the ground. And this thing is absolutely amazing. For a 1/10 piece, the likeness is pretty dang good. It's not the most perfect, but it is pretty damn spot on. And you know looking at it who it is. It does have a light up feature, but I didn't put the batteries in it because I'm always worried about the batteries exploding inside of these things. So I don't usually keep the batteries inside. But he does have a light up arc reactor, and it does look really cool. And I did show it in my unboxing of this one. So if you do want to check that out in more detail, check out my video for this one as well. Absolutely love this piece, and I know it is a pretty pricey one now. But if you can get one for a decent price, I highly recommend it if you are an MCU or an Iron Man fan. And the next chair reveal or character reveal I did for the week was, well, someone who's going to be in not only the new Avengers movies, but in another movie called The Thunderbolts, Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. And of course, this is another one from the Iron Studios Avengers Endgame line. And this is basically, you're going to have the final battle from Endgame in this series. This is an amazing representation of the character. He looks like a badass. There is an insane amount of details on this piece. The gun is extremely detailed. His metal arm, and even the face looks spot on. And that's something a lot of these companies sometimes stumble on, is getting the faces right. This one, they actually knocked it out of the park. You could tell it's Sebastian Stan. Looks amazing. All the debris, the broken glass underneath his feet looks absolutely incredible. And if you're looking for a cool, budget-friendly Bucky figure, I do recommend checking this piece out. And to follow up Bucky, what other way to do it than his sidekick, or former sidekick, or just a sidekick in one of the shows? Coming up on the left, Sam Wilson himself, the Falcon. And yes, it is the Falcon. This is the Falcon statue from the Iron Studios Endgame line. And I actually think they did a phenomenal job with this one. He has a great presence to him. He's standing on debris from the Avengers compound. It's got the broken A underneath him. He's got the wingspan going. And as you can see, he has a very big presence when he is displayed with other pieces, just because of, again, the wingspan and the height of the piece. Absolutely incredible statue for a 1/10, guys. The Anthony Mackie likeness it's a little wonky, but again, you definitely know who it is, just like kind of with the Tony Stark. And I get it, with these smaller scales, sometimes it is very difficult to get the likeness identical, but it is pretty dang good. I'm not going to say it's perfect. It's probably my least favorite of the face sculpts for the Avengers lines, but they did a pretty damn good job with it. All in all, I think he's a fantastic piece. I wish they would have just done something more, maybe given him his guns in his hands or something, because he literally, in this one, looks like he's just going to punch something, and he's the Falcon. So he's not really hurting much in an endgame battle. But other than that, I definitely think it's an amazing piece. And if you're looking, again, for a budget-friendly Falcon, I definitely recommend this one. And keeping up with the Avengers theme of the guy who should be Cap, the guy who got to be Cap, I brought it back to the guy who is Cap. Of course, I've got Steve Rogers, the Captain America. There is one Captain America, guys, and it is Steve Rogers. I will die on that hill. This, of course, is the Endgame final battle, Steve Rogers, and I've got him depicted here with his shattered shield, and of course, Mjolnir. We've got the pieces of the shield scattered along the base. It's amazing. This piece is iconic. It is so freaking awesome. And it pairs up great against the Thanos in this line as well, looking like he's charging in, ready to go. They did make another version where he's doing the Avengers Assemble, and I need to get my hands on that one because I think it will be a better piece for the line. But this is depicting a perfect smacking with the hammer, where he's doing the scene where he's just bashing Thanos with the hammer. Looks really, really great. The debris all over the feet, again, around the feet, the dirt all over the costume, everything like that looks amazing. You can tell this is Chris Evans. I know he's more covered up than the rest of them, but they did a fantastic job on just the jawline, the face, everything that you can see. And he does have some swap outs with a regular arm and a shield arm that he's got the full shield, and looks like he's going to throw it. So it has some cool little swap outs. Definitely recommend him. He's one of my favorite Captain America pieces that I own. And again, if you're a fan of the MCU Cap, I definitely recommend checking this one out. And I closed off Avengers Assemble week with a character that I hope that we see again in the MCU. And that, of course, is going back to the Thor Ragnarok line from Iron Studios with the Savage Hulk, Gladiator Hulk, World Breaker Hulk, whatever name you want to give him. But to me, this is Savage Hulk. And this piece is obviously during the fight in the arena with Thor, where he's got his gladiator attire on. And this is the Hulk that we deserved in the MCU going forward. I wanted more of this Hulk and less of Mark Ruffalo, Jim Bro, Smart Hulk. Hate that character. I think he's garbage, and I think it ruins the Hulk character altogether. This is the Hulk we need to get back to, guys. And this is a monster of a piece. He's very heavy. I wish they would have made a cooler base. It's just literally a big slab of rock. But he does actually kind of blend in pretty well because of that base with the rest of the Endgame line. So in my Endgame final battle, we do not have a Smart Hulk. We have a Gladiator Hulk. And I definitely recommend this one if you can get your hands on it for a decent price. I think the last time I checked, because a friend of mine was looking for it, it's about $100 over retail. But this is also back when the retail on these was really cheap. So you're probably looking at about $250 for this. Still not as expensive as the current Iron Studios 110 stuff. So if you're looking for a badass Hulk in a decent scale, not going to take up too much space, I highly recommend checking out the Gladiator Hulk from the Thor Ragnarok line. And that's going to be it, guys. Man, that was a lot. I know this one definitely is going to go longer than my normal ones, but I'm going to try to tie it up quicker here at the end. So what I usually do in these videos is I give you guys a high-end pick of the week and a low-end pick of the week. Well, I'm going to go all together, and I'm going to give you 3 picks. So for the lower-end stuff, which is obviously only 2 pieces, we got Miku and we got Rem and Ram. As much as I love the birthday Kuji Rem and Ram, for the price point alone and the scale, I've got to give it to the birthday Miku prize figure. Definitely worth the money. It is one of those pieces that just bang for your buck. Highly recommend it, but again, you can't go wrong with either of them. Now, for bigger pieces, this is a whole scale of its own, okay? So I'm going to give, obviously, my pick to Spider-Man and MJ for the high-end stuff. No-brainer. It's J. Scott Campbell. It's Sideshow. It's going to be up there. Now, the tough part for me is going to be who my favorite of the Iron Studios pieces is. And as much as I love a lot of these pieces, I got to give it to my boy Gambit, because the X-Men cartoon line, the comic book line, whatever you want to classify it as, their Sentinel Battle Diorama series by Iron Studios has been so amazing. Every single piece in that collection has surprised me. Characters I didn't even care about, I got, and I absolutely loved how they came out. And Gambit is one of the ones, still remains one of the top in my list for that series. So he's got to be the top for my Iron Studios pieces as well. And those are going to be my picks for the past 2 weeks. Let me know what your favorite pieces were down in the comments below. If you guys would like me to do more of these type of theme weeks, Avengers, X-Men's, Kotobukiya stuff, anime themes, whatever you guys want me to do, because I'm going to tell you one thing. The Avengers Assemble theme week performed very, very well for my channel, especially in some weeks where I wasn't putting out a lot of content. So I appreciate everyone that came into the channel, checked out all these stuff, and all the new subscribers that came in from these amazing 2 weeks. Now I'm going to go into the page updates, which there are not going to be many. I'm going to keep this very brief. Again, the last 2 weeks have been a lot of birthday stuff, a lot of family stuff, friend stuff. Didn't get out a lot of videos. I did do one unboxing, which is an incredible Kotobukiya Bishoujo of Geralt from The Witcher. If you guys did not see that yet, head on over to the page, check it out. I really, really loved that piece, and I will be getting Ciri as well. And mostly been just doing a lot of game streaming. So I've been doing some gacha games like Honkai Star Rail and ZZZ. I've been doing Dead or Alive Volleyball, Sword Art Online, and the Gigi Monstar and I have been doing co-op streams of Split Fiction, and those streams have been hilarious. That game is so much fun. If you guys have not checked it out yet, grab yourself a co-op partner and start playing it. It is such a damn good game. I highly recommend it. And I'm going to be starting up Dead or Alive Venus Vacation Prism. So those streams should be interesting. Don't know what I'm getting into. It's a Dead or Alive photography dating sim, so it should be fun. Come in, check out the streams, hang out, chat with me, and that's going to be it. That's all the page updates. Again, not much was going on. Hopefully next week I will be getting more back into the swing of things. I know we have holidays coming up. We got Easter coming up, so it's going to get a little busy, family stuff like that. But we're going to try to get things back on track, keep up with the streams, having some more gaming, having some fun, and again, looking at some more collectibles. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, do me a solid. Click the like, the subscribe, the share, spread the nerdiness. Follow on all the socials. The links are down in the description below. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.